Welcome back. Today we are answering some of your questions. If you're new here, my name is Shannon and I'm here with my mom, Kathy.
Hello.
And we are in her new home.
Yes.
You might have seen in the previous video, we did an empty home tour. So we decided to film in here and show you a new perspective behind us here. We'll jump into some questions. First one is, how would you advise someone to stay decluttering? I need to do so before it becomes a real hassle. Do you have any suggestions on how to keep decluttering?
I find that I have to declutter stuff I already decided to keep, and then I go look at it again and I kind of monitor in my brain if I used it or not, and then that's when I'll pull it out. I have taken many things out after I said I'm going to keep it, and then I changed my mind. So that works for me to look again.
I think that's a great strategy. Mm-hmm. I know for my life, I have a lot of turnover because I have little kids still. So there's all that. But what I like to do is just as the seasons change, I find that's a really good time to look at stuff and think about, did I wear it the previous season? Am I going to use it? And try things on, see if they fit. Mm-hmm. And that's one way that I like to stay motivated to declutter, is just as I'm switching things seasonally. It's just, it's easier for me that way. Yeah. And then I can get rid of a lot more if I can think, oh, I never used this in the last 6 months. So
yeah. And also for me, it's when I see something that needs organizing. Usually if I have to organize something, I have to get rid of something. So you might just want to go in and start organizing your bathroom drawer, and then you probably will get rid of a lot of the stuff that you realize you actually aren't using anymore.
Or you never even knew you had at the back.
Right.
Find some stuff.
Yeah, they go hand in hand, I think.
For sure. Does your mom follow a specific cleaning routine?
No. I know. When I see dust on something, that's when I pull a towel out and start dusting. Or if I see sinks that are dirty, for me, it's just if it's necessary and needed and I can see it, that's when I clean. So no, I don't have a routine. Never.
I'm the same way. I just wait till things are looking kind of dirty or it's getting messy, and then I jump in there and clean. So I feel in that way, for my house, I'm kind of cleaning all the time.
Yeah,
just
a little bit
all the time.
Yeah.
I do have to say at this point, because our house has been having a lot of construction, I probably should more routinely just wipe everything down, because there's this fine layer of dust from all the construction. So I need to stay on top of that.
Soon you'll be over that, and then you can keep your house cleaner.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite organizational products you have used from the Dollar Tree or someplace else?
I really don't shop at the Dollar Tree. I just don't. I find I had bought some plasticware with the lids on it for one of Emmett's school projects, and I thought, whoa, this is like really flimsy. It might have been just the one I bought, but it worked for that one-time thing. So no, for long-term, I don't really buy organizational things there. I usually buy Target or IKEA.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just don't ever go to Dollar Tree because there isn't one really around here that I think of.
Or a 99-cent store or something.
There isn't anything really close like that, so I just don't default to that.
Right.
But I guess because I've never shopped there, I never think of it.
Yeah.
But I usually do IKEA. Home Goods, I'll find some really good stuff. But I've found in my home, usually once I've purchased a few things, I just stick with what I have. I don't switch things out very often.
I know, right. And I reuse, because I'll save bins. I'll constantly move things around and save bins, and I'll go to my bin pile first and use that, and then before I buy anything.
We are going to be reorganizing and getting some organizers for your new kitchen.
Yes.
So we will be doing that because things have changed size and everything. Yeah. So that'll be coming. Would you ever let your daughter declutter one area of your house without you being there to see what she thinks is important or special to you? Of course, you can retain anything you want in the end.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that.
That would be funny.
Yeah, I know. You'd have to think of what you've dying to declutter, but I would have to have the final say, like they said. No, just take it all back now.
I know. At this point, I feel you have decluttered so much, and Dad, that I don't think there's anything. Except the one thing that I notice, and I know you get kind of a little defensive about sometimes, is the amount of frames.
I thought you were going to say office paper.
No, I keep saying frames because, and I only say it I'm saying this in the I don't know how to say it nicely, but in the nicest way. I don't mean this mean or judgmental or anything. So don't leave me comments about that. I'm trying to be nice.
I know.
But the amount of frames you guys have versus amount of wall space to hang.
Well, now for sure, more.
But you keep saying still to this day, I'll go, oh, what? I think we should maybe declutter these frames. Well, I might want to hang something. I think,
I know.
I don't know where, but okay.
Yeah, we've got, this last time we decluttered, we got rid of a lot of frames. A lot of them went in the trash because they were junk. And we've taken a lot of art out of frames.
Done well.
Yes, but that's one thing. And the thing is, they're all over the place. There's bins there. That I need to get it all together, take it to my class or take it to the thrift store.
Part of me wishes we had counted them.
Yeah. Well,
at some point, because there were so many, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get how they got there.
Oh yeah.
And I understand the need for thinking I might have an art piece that could maybe fit this frame one day. I get it. But it's just one of those things.
But I've been thinking now, after decluttering for so many years, well, first I thought if we had all that stuff here, there's no way I could have ever moved because it would have it would have never fit into a smaller house. And also I think about everything I decluttered. I thought I would love to just see the pile, the amount of stuff I decluttered.
I
mean, it would fill a room. It was just so much stuff. And I didn't even realize I had that much stuff. So
it's interesting. I know when I first started decluttering way back when I moved, we lived in the condo way before we moved here. And I would go for a while every week. I mean, maybe three times a week. And I would fill my whole entire back of my Suburban or whatever it was, Trailblazer. I'd fill it completely. And I would drop it off just to come back and the next day or two fill it completely again. It was insane.
Yeah, where does it come from?
It was so weird. And I think back, I didn't do that much shopping. I know I took a lot of secondhand stuff that we didn't need.
Yes, a lot of donated to you.
It was just crazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, it's funny. You don't realize it. So it's good to do a little at a time and it keeps it so it's not overwhelming, I believe.
I agree.
So we probably got off subject, but here we go.
Here we go. Were you rebellious or shy in childhood?
You?
I think you. They're asking me. I don't know if they're asking me or you. What were you, rebellious or shy or nothing else?
I'd say more rebellious. I don't think I was ever shy because my attitude, and it's always been, I could care less what anybody thinks about me. I'm seriously. And I would look, when I was in my early 20s, I'd think, oh, there's presidents and kings and queens and all these important people, movie stars and stuff. And I said, if I sat and talked with them, they're no better than I am. It's not been being disrespectful, but it's just not being in awe of people they're just human like me. So I've never really been afraid of anybody. I'm afraid to talk in front of a massive amount of people, but I'm talking to this camera, but it's only you and me and the camera. But if I was in front of every one of you that are out there, I'd be terrified. But one-on-one, I've never been intimidated by people.
And you were more rebellious as a teenager.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've got stories. I can't get into that. I used to sneak out of my bedroom at night. Saturday night, my friends, I was probably 13. We'd be out on the road, walking around, going to the parks at night. We're different. I
was never rebellious. I just did what I wanted to do, though. Yeah. I guess I didn't want to rebel.
Yeah.
There was nothing to rebel against.
Yeah. Her answer was always, whatever.
Whatever. I can't be bothered. I don't know.
When she was a young teen.
A young teen.
That was 12
I have a 12-year-old now, and I understand a lot of where he's coming from. Like, he'll just want to stay in his room, and I get that. Yeah. I understand that because that was me.
Yeah.
Just shut my door. I don't want to be bothered. I like being alone.
Yeah. When I was probably 14, 15, I had a record player and I had my, Smokey Robinson, the Four Tops, all my records. And I would just sit and play the records. And I remember my dad says, she just lives in her bedroom. She never comes out. And that's a teenage thing.
I think that's a normal thing. I really do. I don't know.
I write letters.
I still like being alone, but if you have 3 kids and you're married, you're never alone.
It's over.
It's just not a thing. Sometimes parents are in a hurry to get rid of their child's items. My friend, every time she went home, her parents gave away her mementos like prom gowns.
I'd say take them home with you then if you want those prom gowns.
Yeah, I think my situation was, I don't know, we've been through this in a previous video, but I think my situation was a little different. I moved away, went to college, came back, went to New Zealand, all these things. So I did leave some stuff because I didn't have a home. But if you had told me I'm getting rid of these prom gowns, I would have been like, oh, okay, oh well.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I would have cared. I just think we keep things that we're never going to wear again,
right.
like a wedding dress.
When you finally got to your condo, I said, okay, here, come and get all these gowns. And you had several from being in weddings and proms and all that. And you gave them all away.
I said, I don't want them.
Yeah.
If I'm going to get dressed up, the last thing I'm going to do is wear a prom gown from 2002.
Yeah.
So that's just where I'm at. And also I feel like, depending on the age of the kid we're talking about, are we talking about 18 or are we talking about 35 or 40?
Yes.
Some people leave their stuff at their parents' house forever. I think that can be kind of rude, to be honest.
I do too.
So I just think it's one of those things, if you can take it and deal with your own stuff, especially if it's stressing the parent out.
Well, yeah, sometimes parents even rent storage units to keep their kids.
It's not fair.
No.
It's expensive. Someone asked, once you declutter, what's next? Maybe how to stay in shape, more traveling, any pets? Do you have any?
Us?
Yeah, once you're done decluttering, do you have some?
Just living and enjoying my space. No, I don't want any more pets. We had a dog before. I don't want that responsibility. Traveling, I already traveled. I'm looking forward to being home, enjoying my home, the kids, you guys, working in the yard. That's my stuff. Seeing friends.
You keep talking about baking, waiting for that.
Baking. I'm
excited.
I baked this morning. I made blueberry muffins this morning.
I'm excited for the baking that's going to be coming.
Too. Yeah.
And I think because we're so close now, we'll be able to do more projects together, maybe paintings and stuff like that.
Oh, so in my art class, everybody was excited that I came back. I'd taken off for a few weeks for moving and all this stuff. I've just been busy. But I was talking about the yard, and I told the art instructor, I said, yeah, you'll have to come over and see the yard because it's very close to the community center. She goes, yeah. And everybody goes, well, we want to see it. I go, we could have a plein air painting class here. I've got a bunch of room, and so we can do that.
Flowers?
Paint the trees, paint the flowers.
Ooh,
yeah, right.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, the teacher can teach a class out there, so I think we'll do that.
That would be fun.
I know.
How many people are in your class?
About 20 or 24.
That's cool.
That'd be great.
You could set up a pop-up tent for shade. And
say bring your own chair.
Bring your chair. Bring your folding chair.
Bring your folding chair.
That sounds like fun.
I know. So maybe we'll do that. You can come.
Yeah. And I'm excited for some of the gardening that we'll be able to do.
Oh, I know.
That's going to be a project.
Yes, I know.
And then we're going to keep camping.
Yes.
This summer, we've already got plans.
In July, I think we're going to do some camping.
This week's favorite is a shout out to what my mom usually wears in these videos. Clothing from Chico's.
Yes.
You're wearing a shirt here.
Yes, and I just ordered one in blue, a real pretty blue, so I'm excited to get it soon.
This is the style that you always wear, the 3/4, the boat neck or the V-neck.
Yeah.
And I will link all of those type of shirts that she's been wearing in the videos down in the description box. And I just want to say a big thank you to anyone who ever clicks on the affiliate links that we share and ends up buying anything. It doesn't even have to be, something that we're talking about. It could be anything from Amazon, anything that you truly need in your life, because it helps support this channel and these videos.
Yes.
And we just appreciate it so much. There's several questions in this, but the first one is, how do your kids process decluttering? And I'm not sure exactly what that's asking, but my kids know what decluttering is, that we go through things and we find the things that we no longer need to donate to other kids that need these items, or even if they donate it to their younger brother so they can wear it. For instance, a really good example actually was last night. One of my sons, my oldest son, said, I need some pajama shorts. Can you get me some pajama shorts out of my drawer? So I go in his drawer and I pull out some pajamas out of the drawer. And guess what size they were?
I don't know.
He's 12 and they were size 8.
Oh, you tell him to wear them?
He had been wearing them up until recently, and he had this major growth spurt. And I said, what? And granted, he hadn't been wearing summer pajamas. So I pulled them out and I said, this is crazy. Can we give these to your younger brother?
Yeah.
And he said, oh, that's fine. I don't care. They don't fit. So I set them down and we're going to try them on. So they get the idea of it, that you're passing it on to somebody. And I think they're pretty good with the process when they know 100% it's not going to fit anymore, or it's not going to work anymore. If something's broken, they'll say, just throw it away. Yeah. Now, when it comes to little like tchotchke things,
they've gotten at a carnival or something.
If it's junk in my eyes, or, it came free to them. They didn't have to pay for it. It's one of those things they struggle to get rid of.
Yes, right.
So we have to work through that, and we have to say, we got to create space. You can't have new things till you make space and all that. So that's one thing that we do. The other question is, how do you and your mom look at the process of decluttering differently? So I think we do look at it a little differently.
Yeah, I'm more attached to things that I have. I don't buy a lot of, I'll call it cheap junk. So everything I have, when I purchased it, even if it was a long time ago, it was intentional. And I've had things for a long time. So I'm more bonded with things than you are with your items.
I think I am more it's a little different in the fact that I intentionally want less. So I don't buy as much very often. I don't shop very often. And when I do shop, it's usually to fill a need that we have. And then also if I've decided, okay, we want a different rug in here, I have no problem just being that rug, previous rugs going, new rugs coming in. So it's usually for me more of I'm only buying it to replace something. And I don't want to call myself a minimalist, because I'm definitely not a minimalist with the amount of stuff I have, but I do have a minimalist mentality of, I don't want a lot of stuff out visually and all that. It stresses me out to have a bunch of things. I like to look into a closet and see it organized. I only have a lot of stuff in there if I truly use all that stuff and really need it in there. So I think that's how we differ.
And I would guess, just off subject, for me to get organized in this house and get everything put away and all that, it's going to take me a year.
Oh yeah.
It's going to take a long time.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think that's normal. I think it's not normal when you watch people go in and organize their whole house in one weekend.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
unless they have just a little bit of stuff. Yeah.
Or if they just have a lot of time and energy and can jump into it and don't have a lot of other things going on. I think it takes the average person a lot more time than what is portrayed on TV and online to get organized. For me too, also, I mean, back on the subject of how we declutter differently, I feel like I also, having kids, I'm just going through stuff more often, and I'm doing it all the time.
Yeah.
Where for you, when we film it, that's usually the only time you're really doing it.
Yes. Right.
It's not like you're doing it every day.
No. Once in a while I'll do it, but I'll save it and I'll do let it go thing, and I'll show it, but it's very small amount.
Usually when you're not moving.
Right.
I think that's the difference too. Most people out there say they wish they had got rid of stuff quicker and sooner in the decluttering process. Question for Kathy is there anything that you wish you had already got rid of and done faster?
Not really, because it's all come together in a comfortable manner. I don't feel threatened. I don't feel like I'm forced or, doing anything rashly where I regret it. Everything I've gotten rid of, I'm happy with it, and I don't miss it at all. So I think if I had done it quicker, I think I would have regretted it. So I'm happy with the way I'm doing it.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady.
I'm the same way. I feel like there can be times when you want to just quickly go through things. I think of that when going through clothes sometimes, like different seasons, like, okay, I didn't wear this, didn't wear that. But overall, I feel I declutter somewhat slower now than I did.
Oh yeah. When you started out, everything, you had piles, but that's how you got started. That was your addiction to it at the time. You just went.
It was also cleaning out a lot of stuff that I knew I wasn't ever using. And now I have to slow down. It's way more intentional. Like, are we going to use this? We have 2 can openers. Okay. Like, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is. I'm not saying I have 2 can openers, but I'm just saying if you have 2 of something, like I have 2 of the, what are they called?
Potato peelers.
Potato peelers.
Yeah.
I have 2 peelers, and I'm fine with that because there are times when you come over and we're both using it. And so that's okay. And one I use for one thing and the other. So you can take all these rules that people have, even stuff that I say, and you can figure it out for yourself. If 2 potato peelers work for you, that's great.
Yeah.
If you don't want them, that's fine. I know a lot of, just talking in general terms here, a lot of people hear these tips and tricks and they think, they get threatened because they think, oh, this person's telling me I can only have 2 pillows on my couch. I can't have 5.
Oh.
But to me, it's like, just take what makes you happy and then take some advice or inspiration from those tips and tricks and do what works for your family.
Right.
And that's what I think you've done.
Oh yeah. If I don't like it, then I do what I want. There's no rules with it.
Exactly.
I don't believe. No.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know that's a little off the question, but I think that that's kind of helpful for people just to like take the inspiration, make it work for you.
Yeah.
And that's what I do now is I do it more customized. Like, okay, if I want 2 strainers, that's fine because I have one that's a finer strainer. I have one that's more for like the big noodles or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's kind of the advice I would give.
Yes.
And go at your own pace. If you're the type of person who likes to declutter super fast, that's good for you. Yeah. So I think everything can be customized with organizing, decluttering, all that advice out there.
I agree.
Let's end with, how do you say no to sentimental items other family members want you to take?
Is that you then? That's your question.
I guess that would be for me.
Because I'm the only one giving things away.
Yeah. Well, people did give you stuff at some point and maybe you took it.
Well, back when I was given all that stuff, I was thrilled. I felt like I had a treasure chest of, antique special things. So I didn't think of them as a burden until I started seeing the boxes start piling up in my garage. But no, to get any of that stuff, I was happy. I took it and I would ask for it from my grandmother and all that, when she was getting rid of her things. I just took everything and then I just got rid of it later. But I was happy to take it. I felt happy that someone gave me something. Yeah, sure.
I found that when you offer me something, if I don't feel I'm going to use it or I don't really love it and I don't have a sentimental attachment myself to the item, I will just simply say, no, thank you. Yeah. Like, I appreciate the offer. Yeah. And while this is wonderful that you're offering this to me, I just don't see myself using it. And I don't think I have the space in my house to store it. That's the kind of stuff I say. So it's kind of just a really nice, oh, no, thank you. Yeah. I'm going to pass on that. Yeah. But there are other items that you will offer me once in a while. And I'll say, oh, I would love that. I can envision it being on a shelf in my kitchen or whatever it is. And so I will take certain things. I don't say no to everything, but
that's true.
I think just a very nice way to say it is just, no, thank you. Right. I mean, I think that's okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, if you need to do that, just say, I can't use that. Maybe someone else in the family or a friend might enjoy it more than I would.
I think of the china more than anything.
Yes.
Because that was something that you were given, you were saving, and you were going to give to me. And then I said, really realistically, I don't envision myself ever using china. I don't really want to use it. And I don't really want to store it. And therefore I'm going to pass on that. That's what I did. And you were okay with that. You gave it to somebody else.
Found a new home for it. Yeah. That's the way it goes.
And I think that's okay. We just need to get used to that.
Right. And people can't get offended that you don't want to take something. I don't get offended if you don't want it. I just give it to you first. If not, I'll find someone else or I'll give it away. Yeah. That's the way that works.
I think that's how it should be. I think we have answered all the questions from this last question box. So if you have any other subjects you would like us to discuss or any other questions you have, please leave it down in the comments section. And a big thank you to everyone who's watching and has joined the channel. We really appreciate that. If you're new, you can hit the subscribe button to join, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.